I see that a few of you are still rolling in, so I'm gonna give it a minute. Okay. Good afternoon, class. It's Mr. Minck here, and continuing on our last lesson, we'll be talking about water and its properties. This is really essential for your Unit 1 Chemistry's life, especially to those that are taking the AP exam, so please pay attention. If you do have questions, do not comment them. Just look it up. Okay, water can be encompassed into 5 different properties. Water is an excellent solvent, cohesion, high specific heat, high heat of evaporation, and ice floats. We'll be talking about all of them into some detail today, but if you do feel unprepared, there are plenty of YouTube videos that you can go check out on. Starting us off, we have water is a versatile solvent due to its polarity and its ability to form hydrogen bonds. That's really essential for all of water's properties, its hydrogen bonds, and we'll see that throughout today's lessons, they'll be mentioned quite a lot. This means water can dissolve many different kinds of molecules. It is water's chemical composition and physical attributes that make it such an excellent solvent. As shown in the picture, water molecules have a polar arrangement of the oxygen and hydrogen atoms. One side, hydrogen, has an electrical charge, positive, and the other side, oxygen, has a negative electrical charge. This allows the water molecules to become attracted to many different kinds of molecules. For example, water can be so heavily attracted to a different molecule, like salt, that it can destruct the attractive forces that hold the sodium and chloride in the salt molecule together and thus dissolve it. As shown in the picture, salt is constructed in like a block-like form, and when in contact with water, it disrupts the sodium and chloride, pulling it away, connecting it with water's congruent charges. Next up, we have cohesion and surface tension. Cohesion is referring to water's ability to stick to other polar molecules, usually itself, due to water's cohesiveness from its hydrogen bonds. It allows itself to hold onto other polar molecules. This contributes, and adhesion, which is talking about water's ability to attract to other things. This contributes to the transport of water and dissolved nutrients up the gravity in plants. It also allows water to uphold its high surface tension, which allows animals and other insects to appear to walk on water or on a cup where you have that really tiny thin layer over it, but it's not fully spilling. That's a clear example of surface tension. Next up, we have water's high specific heat, which is the amount of energy that is absorbed or lost by 1 gram of a substance to change the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Due to, again, the strength of water's hydrogen bonds, a heavy amount of energy is needed to break those bonds. Breaking the bonds allows an individual water molecule to move freely about and have a higher temperature. This is really essential for the next property as well. Water's hydrogen bonds absorb the heat when they break and release the heat when they form, which in turn minimizes the changes in temperature and allows a moderate temperature in organisms and environments. Keeping on that same kind of, water's high heat of evaporation is basically the amount of heat energy needed to change 1 gram of liquid into gas. The evaporation of water off a surface causes a cooling effect, as shown in many organisms. Like us, we have sweating. Like when we're on a run, we're running really hard, and we need to cool down, sweating is that. And that is an example of high heat of evaporation. It also moderates Earth's climate and the severity of steam burns. Next up, and finally for our lesson, we have ice floats. Ice, the solid form of water, is less dense than water because when water freezes or is in colder temperatures, its molecules move too slow to break the hydrogen bonds, thus creating the hydrogen bonds to be spaced out or at an arm's length away. Due to its low density, it maintains terrains for different ecosystems and allows for moderate temperature below the surface, so that it doesn't completely freeze everything. Fish are still able to fish on their little lives. And that
concludes our 5 properties of water. Stay safe out there. Bye.